Hi, Facebook Live. So this is just a spur of the moment thing. I wanted to talk to you about detoxes and what are they? Do I need them? Are they legit? And all that kind of stuff. So being that it's springtime or spring's right around the corner, you're probably going to start seeing a lot of detox programs, 7-day detox, 14-day detox. And I work with a lot of business coaches who work with coaches like me who have programs like that. And before I went down this path of nutrition coaching, if anyone were to dig in my social media, I'm sure you could find several tweets and posts about me saying things like, you don't need a detox, just eat healthy, blah, 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 detoxes are garbage, and things to that effect. I'm sure there's probably at least a dozen of them floating in social media history. And so now with my nutrition education, I have somewhat of a different outlook. I have a little bit better understanding of what people expect or what draws people to those types of programs. And so I have a little bit better understanding. My feelings haven't totally changed, but my better understanding, this is why I want to talk to you. And if anyone happens to jump on while I'm live, please say hi or ask any questions. So I want to talk to you because I want to kind of bridge that gap between the garbage and the junk that's out there and like what a real detox actually is and what's in between. So a lot of the stuff that you'll see advertised on social media and what appeals to most people is like 7-day detox, 5-day detox, 14-day detox. And I think a lot of people are drawn to that because number one, it sounds short term. Number two, it sounds like you're going to get healthy really quick. And number three, I think people think that they can get away with like eating a lot of garbage and then do a detox and everything's great. Well, if that's the case, if you do have that type of thinking, please keep listening because what a real detox is when you're actually purging real toxins like buildups of microscopic plastics and endocrine disruptors and xenoestrogens and things. They build up in your liver over time, and you actually need something called a chelation supplement to actually do a true detox of heavy metals or things like that that are built up in the body over years and years and years. It's not something you can just purge out with like a 7-day smoothie, 7-day smoothie challenge or something like that. And so here's where I've kind of changed my stance a little bit over the past couple years. Like I mentioned, that if you dug in my social media, you probably think, or you could probably find things of me like being super anti-detox, like just eat healthy, you want to detox and things like that. But I get why people want to do them. We don't all eat perfectly healthy all of the time. Nobody does, or very few people, right? And I just want to make sure that you don't buy into something like a 7-day green smoothie detox challenge. If you go into that, I want to make sure that you're understanding what it is. I feel that detox is not the right word for it. But people tend to think a detox it means different things for different people. So a real true detox, you're not going to get with like one of those online challenges. I think most of the ones that are labeled in that way, a lot of them are like a 7-day smoothie challenge, which I might do, but my struggle is that I don't want to call it a detox because it's not a real detox. So I want to call it what it actually is. So going back to like, do people call a detox different things? I think for some people when they think detox, they just kind of feel like either maybe breaking a sugar habit or detoxing from the, like if you're just eating garbage and junk food and fast food and you just kind of get that gross feeling and then all of a sudden you're like, okay, I'm ready to like eat all my green veggies and smoothies sound great and let's do this healthy thing for a while. That's enough of the garbage. That's not a detox, but I think that's what a lot of people think a detox is. So it's okay if in your head you want to call it a detox. but it's not an accurate word for it. Does that make sense? We need better words for it. I get that people want to call it a detox in a sense that you're coming from like, I'm just going to stop eating junk food. Let's push all the healthy stuff in, and like, I'll just feel better from the inside out. Like, you'll feel more alive. You'll be able to sleep better. You won't have the cravings for nasty crap. And I get in a way that's a loose definition of a detox, but again, it's not a real detox. So I don't know if anybody else comes up with a better word that we can use for it. That's great. I think that's the problem, is that detox is just not an accurate word for what most people want to achieve with things like a 7-day detox or something like that. Hi, Paula. So I'm talking about detoxes, so let me know if you have any questions. So I don't want to discourage anybody from doing something like a 7-day green smoothie detox. And like I said, I might do one, but my issue is that I don't think detox is an accurate word for it. So when you go into one, if you do one, make sure that you're aware that it's not purging heavy metals that have accumulated in your liver for years or decades. But I think what those are and why they're labeled detox, it's really just kind of getting yourself to break the junk food habits a little bit, get rid of your sugar addiction, and clean up your own diet. Oh, I just spit. That was gross. Detoxing out of my mouth. But so if you do one of those, be cautious of how much you use the word detox yourself, because that's not accurate. And like I said, if anyone comes up with a better word, we need to start using a better word. So going on to what a real true detox is. And this is where a lot of autoimmune conditions start to wreak havoc on people's bodies and the entire digestive system, the hormonal system, the central nervous system, and your sleep and your moods and everything. Sometimes a real detox can help with a lot of those types of issues that either come along with autoimmune disease or can lead to autoimmune disease. So what is a real true detox? Real true detoxes should be done under a doctor's oversight. Like a doctor is probably not going to just prescribe it or suggest it, but a lot of the, like I mentioned, you need a chelation supplement. It's spelled chelation, chelation. And what that does is it binds to, let's say, years upon decades, like I mentioned, like BPAs in plastics and xenoestrogens and microtoxins and chemicals that are in the air and the environment and the cleaning products we use and beauty products. All of those things, and they're like itty bitty, super duper microscopic, little teeny tiny particles that can build up in the liver over time. So your liver is a natural detoxing organ. It helps to, process any of that junk. But think of it like an air filter. And over time, you generally have to change an air filter because the junk gets caught in there. So think about how hard your liver is working. Every single day, never gets a day off. Every single day, it's filtering. So sometimes some of that junk builds up, and the older you get, it's just something that happens. So a real detox to get rid of that real junk that's built up in your liver, that's not going to get cleaned out by like a 7 or 14-day green smoothie challenge type of detox. But what you need, a lot of times, it's great if you can go, why I say do it with a doctor, usually like a functional medicine doctor. Regular general practitioners are not going to go this route with you. They'll either just say, because they don't deal with natural stuff. They deal with prescriptions. So this is not a prescription. You can get this stuff online. You can order it yourself. But this is like huge word of caution. Doing it by yourself can be very, very dangerous, because purging all of that stuff that's been stuck in your gut or your intestines or your liver for years or decades. So when you take the chelation binders, and you have to clean up your diet before you do it. And it's a very detailed process. So I'm just giving you an overview. But once you do that, it can be very dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. So I recommend if you do it, you need guidance, but I just want you to know this is what real detox is. Real detox, it's purging all that junk from your intestines and your liver, and it can make you sick. So sometimes when people do it, you have to be prepared to be home for a week, because it might give you severe stomach pains. It might, give you cold sweats. All kinds of crazy symptoms can happen. Your body is working really hard to get that real junk out of there. Like I said, heavy metals that can lead to autoimmune disease and things like that. And so it can be very dangerous. And if your diet is not cleaned up in the first place, it's far less effective. And if you do have any previous health issues like autoimmune issues or digestive issues or anything, then taking a chelation binder in the wrong way or the wrong time or the wrong dose can really mess you up. And oh my gosh, all kinds of scary things can happen. So that's why it's really good to work with a functional medicine doctor. If you are super interested in going that route, it's something that I don't want to say, again, I'm not qualified to recommend or diagnose or prescribe anything, but I think if you are in a place in life where you can maybe afford to stay in your home for a week, because you never know when you're going to be going through that kind of stuff, just in case, because everybody responds differently, it's good to do. And like I said, it's good to go through it with a doctor in case you do have any autoimmune issues. But that doesn't mean you can't do it if you have autoimmune issues. Just you need a doctor's guidance, because the protocol will vary for each person. Hey, Brenda, thanks for jumping in. So you want to, just take that big word of caution, but that's what a real detox is. So I just really want to stress that so much. And I should probably do a podcast episode about this, but I just spurred of the moment. I wanted to get it out there because I know, like I said at the beginning, in case you missed it, springtime, you're going to be seeing a lot of stuff for like green smoothie detoxes. And I just want to cover why I think that's not an accurate term, what it's actually doing, and then what a real detox is. Oh, good. This is interesting. Glad I kind of. Thank you, Paula. I'm glad people find it interesting. So if there is more interest in it, I'd be happy to do a whole podcast episode on it. Maybe I could talk a little bit more about how the chelation process actually works. And one more thing that I was going to say is, like I said, I can't prescribe anything, so I'm not prescribing. But I do think it's good for people to try at some point in life, especially if you maybe feel like you have just unresolved digestive issues and you've already cleaned up your diet, maybe you can't lose weight or your hormones are off. It's something good to consider. And like I said, try to do it with a functional medicine doctor. There are doctors online, functional medicine doctors online who will do it, and you can buy the supplements from them that they've created. They're high quality, and they will tell you how to do it. So you don't have to actually go see a doctor in person. But what was I going to say? So it's good to go through it with them. Oh, I know. Okay. So like I was saying, I can't prescribe, but I do think it's good for everybody to go through at some point in life. If you're like 25, 30, don't consider it. Don't worry about it yet. But if you're 40, 45, 50, 55 and older, you've got a few decades of stuff accumulating in your liver. And like I said, it's super microscopic, but it does slow things down, like your digestion and your hormones and your metabolism, and all that stuff is related. So may take away a big word of caution, but that's what a real detox is. And then also, if you do have an interest in the green smoothie type of detoxes, like I said, I feel like we need to find a better word for it, because I don't consider that a detox, but just know the difference. And that's it. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.